This is an issue that has been decades of neglect to predominantly black communities.
The Mississippi Poor People's Campaign speak out about the water crisis in the capital city. What they say they think the real issue is.
The Poor People's Campaign of Mississippi is hosting a virtual event allowing people of low income and color to discuss their difficulties navigating through Jackson's water crisis. 12 News' Brandon Rains spoke with an organizer who believes Jackson's water problems boil down to systemic racism.
Jackson's water crisis is becoming difficult for low-income families.
When disasters hit are those communities that are mostly impacted.
The Poor People's Campaign in Mississippi is hosting a program Monday night to call attention to the need to fix the city's water system.
We're having a national speak out tonight, nationalizing the voices of those directly impacted within the city of Jackson during its water crisis.
Danielle Holmes, a national organizer for the campaign, says Jackson's unreliable water is a challenge for people of low income.
We have individuals who have medical conditions, such as diabetes, and they may have an open wound. And because they have their skin, their open wound has come into contact with this unclean water. It has since caused an infection, which could ultimately lead to someone's amputation.
But Jackson's water problems are far from new.
This has been decades of neglect and boil water notices.
Holmes is blaming systemic racism on part of the state government as to why Jackson's water system hasn't been repaired.
Decades of neglect to predominantly black communities. Decades of neglect to communities that are led by black elected officials. So it's a matter of state leadership.
She believes if Jackson's population was predominantly white, the governor's administration would have stepped in sooner.
We've seen where the governor has made priorities to more affluent communities. If the governor says that he's pro-life, this is a time for him to put his money where his mouth is.
Holmes, along with the Poor People's Campaign, hopes allowing community members to speak up will make a difference. We reached out to Governor Tate Reeves' office for comment, and we are waiting for a response. In Jackson, I'm Brandon Rains for 12 News.
Jackson Mayor Chokwe Antar Lumumba is scheduled to speak at tonight's rally. The virtual program begins at 7:30, and you can find a link on our website, WJTV.com.